back to the store. Tisk, what a mistake to make right at the most critical moment. Now then, Detective Jode. Farewell. We're going on a trip in our little water ship. What in the world? The whole room just vanished. Detective Jode. Where did he go? What now? I think I heard an explosion somewhere. In any case, Lynn and the little lady should be here somewhere. I smell danger. I'd better find them, and fast. This phone isn't working anymore. I guess we can't leave the submarine. So you're here, huh? It's Missile. Yes, I think even I remember who you are by now. What do you suppose that show was a minute ago? What do you suppose that shock was a minute ago? I have no idea, of course. I have no idea. I'm just a sweet little doggy. I'm just a little sheltered apartment dog. I totally get the writing in this game. What with my loss of memory, I can't say I'm much better. Anyway. Let's hurry up and go save Miss Lynn and Miss Kimla. Do you think that trusty nose of yours can sniff them out? You, your kin to both dead. I'm sorry to say, I don't think it can. Why did I even bother to ask? But you do have the power to swap objects. So let's go find that lady detective and the little lady together. You got it. The telephone is ringing. Whoa. Whoa. It's Miss Camilla. I just know it. My trusty nose is practically screaming it at me. I think you'd call that more of a hunch. Anyway, get to that phone before it stops ringing. You bet. I think I just heard another little explosion in the distance. I've got a bad feeling about this. Cecil, look. That black hello, it came off the hook. Oh, I better answer it fast. Hello, Miss Kayla. What is it, Miss Sile? Oh, Cecil, hurry, dear. Okay, I'm coming. The path is right here in front of me. I just have to use it. Hello, is anybody there? It's her, the little lady. It's Cecil. Where are you? Somebody please answer. I guess she can't hear my voice. You two hug. Oh, good. I thought she was ignoring me. Somebody help. Lanolin, yes. She said Len. Miss Lynn. We'd better hurry. Let's go, Cecil. Oh, dead again. It's no use. Nobody's answering. Miss Miss Camilla. In. Miss. Miss Line. Oh, poor Miss Lynn. Can't catch a break. Is this the 5th time? Hello, Mouseykin. Yeah. She can't seem to catch a break. How do I know this game's writing or what? It looks like another tragedy has happened. Sorry to keep you waiting, little lady. Sissy, I knew you'd come. Miss Camellia. Miss Camellia. And Missile too. I'm so glad to see you're all right. Well, I wouldn't say I'm blah. Well, I wouldn't say I'm all right. Exactly. Hey, wait a minute. Missile, you're full. Why are you talking? I think I remember hearing it somewhere before. What? My voice. Hem. That right, Camellia has a core now. So that means. She did hear Missile's voice before when he saved her that time. You know, she hear inner voice too, right? So that was you, wasn't it, Missile? the one who saved me in the park tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Miss Camille. I'm so glad I was born. Your little doggy. Hey, Miss Al. Could you stay here and watch over your mistress for a while? Oh. But don't you need my powers? I'll see what I can do on my own for a while. After all, you're the only one who can protect her. Okay. I'll do it. Thank you, Missile. This game auto saves mouseykins. Oh, Sissel, you're here. Lynn? What in the world happened here? I don't know. Ha. I just sort of blacked out all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know in that case. And we're Detective Joe. Is he alright? I don't know. Huh. The room he was in just disappeared all of a sudden. Now it's all making even less sense than before. After we left the super's office, we followed after the man in red. We tracked him with that radio transmitter Inspector Cabanilla fired into him with the bullet. The man in red took a boat out to sea from a small harbor on the edge of town. Detective Jode and I managed to secretly stow away on his boat. Well, clearly it wasn't a rowboat then. And then we sneaked onto the submarine with him when it surfaced. How did nobody notice? Like a submarine is barely wide enough for one person. It's not like a ship. Before long, the submarine dove back down again. Detective Jode and I decided to split up. Hey? Let's. Escape pod maybe. Mystery room. Another room. Engine room. Toilet room. Sleeping room. For there are only only enough beds for people, yet there are clearly 8 staff. He would take care of the telephone line, and I would look for Camilla. I found Camilla hiding here in the engine room. She had escaped and run away here. So where is the spirit of Sissel, then? If it's not in her bot. Whoa, that's quite an adventure. What happened next? I don't know. Huh. There was a flash of white all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Oh boy. It sounds like it'd be quicker to see for myself. Says you'll never get it. Samurai. As in bye. Camilla, are you okay? Okay, Camilla. Hello, Lynn, or is it Detective now? It's been 10 years since we last met. Are you? Are you really the man from that park 10 years ago? Well, I see there's no need to introduce myself. Give Camilla back. She has nothing to do with any of this. Afraid I can't do that. This is my last chance. The phone is ringing. It's not for me. Nobody ever calls the dead. The fact that you're he means that my revenge plan has failed. Revenge plan. It didn't happen tonight, did it? His execution. Beware. Knowing him, I half expected as much. That's why I was waiting here like this, waiting for him to show up. Wouldn't it be just what he wanted? To be executed by his own daughter? I heard about 10 years ago. I feel sorry about what happened to you. But revenge. Nobody could possibly know. What I? Why, what in the world? An explosion? Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. Have I been had? Look out. Revenge, huh? That's a feeling I just can't understand. Of course not. You're not him. She's right. I'm not him, am I? He was going to shoot Detective Jowd. His killer when he came to rescue her. It's just too horrible. Anyway, let's bring you back to life again. You didn't have to add the again part. It's no you. I thought I could use the phone in the past if somebody was calling. What are you talking about? The receiver has to be off the hook first, silly. What are you talking about? The receiver has to be off the hook first, silly. Well, don't look at me. I can't do it. I don't have any hands or feet right now. Somebody please answer the phone. If you want something done, you have to do it yourself. Hey, we somehow managed to knock down the receiver. Somehow managed. Who's to say that not how I planned it? Come on, hurry. Now's your chance to get on the phone. It might be Detective Joe. She's right. I'd better check it out. Hello. Anybody there? If anybody's still there, get yourself here on the double. We're about to head out. Speak up. Why don't you answer? Anyway, come if you're coming. We're leaving. Hey. Anyway, come if you're coming. We're leaving. So it must be true what they say. That there are restless ghosts on board. That does it. I promise to turn over a new leaf, Mom. Who is he calling restless ghosts? Well, it's true, neither one of us is really resting in peace. Anyway. It looks like the sub just lost one of its crew. Him. I guess that means the fate of the sub has changed slightly. It's Detective Jared. What's going on there? I saw this little deal down once before. In just a moment. The man in red is about to get his Timstick fragment taken away. It won't budge. Maybe it's broken. Oh well. I guess I don't have to lower it right now. And if I ever had to move it, I could probably get Lynn to do it for me. I guess we need to get in the ball. They're all crammed in there. Oh, the Tamsic fragment. You're mine at last. The objective has been achieved. Now we detach the controller as planned. Yes, sir. Farewell, sir. Cecil. What just happened? The whole room had just disappeared with Detective Jode in it. Don't worry, Lynn. I bet Detective Jode can take care of himself. The main thing right now is rescuing you and the little lady. I can't believe this is happening. Now then, I'd better hurry along. before Sissel discovers what he's lost and comes after me. Do you know it will be his coffin? May it lie buried here in the deep sea forever. Farewell, Sissel. Ha! So that the cause of that giant explosion. Oh, what is? Don't tell me that's another thing you've forgotten. The torpedo. I tease like, well, you've heard of a missile before, haven't you? And not the dog. Yeah, sure. But a different missile comes more readily to mind. It looks like he plans to sink the submarine with that thing. This is not good. We have to do something before that torpedo is fired. There's no time. It's gonna launch. Don't worry. We can still find a way to stop it. What? How? Even if the torpedo does launch, we just have to stop it from detonating right. There's still something we can do. I hope. Why was the I hope at the end of the strongest part of that sentence? Okay, here goes. I came along for the ride without giving it too much thought. The rat's back. But was this really the best move? I think so. We just have to keep it from going off right. I'm sure this poor little rat will thank us too. What does the developer have against rats? How in the world did it get in here? I think these outside parts are supposed to be weights of some sort. The spinning black things, right? Apparently, their spinning helps the torpedo maintain its balance. Apparently, their spinning helps the torpedo maintain its balance. How do you know these things, Len? They must be pretty heavy. I wonder if we can use these weights to our advantage somehow. This looks like just the thing. If we clamp this thing on the fuse, it should keep it from moving. If we clamp this thing on the fuse, it should keep it from moving. Oh, so what does that mean exactly? means we might be able to stop the torpedo from exploding with this. I have to admit, I don't understand all the details. But I do want to give it a try. But before we can do that, it looks like we have to get something out of the way first, huh? It's a stubborn little thing, isn't it? Quite a worthy adversary. You do know the rat isn't the main focus here, don't you? Okay, true. But until it's out of the way, we can't set the safety device. You're right. If only our missile was here right now. We have to get this little creature to leave somehow. This is probably the detonator. Hey, don't press it. The torpedo will explode. Remember, in the car. Better be careful. You know, there should be a safety device around here somewhere. Safety device, huh? That sounds promising. We have to put the safety on before this thing blows up. We're almost out of time at this rate. We're going to blow up the submarine. We have to set that safety and keep the torpedo from detonating. Oh no, we're out of time. Damn it, we couldn't stop it. I'm sorry, Camilla. I'm sorry, me. I'm sorry, Rat. This is bad. We couldn't stop the torpedo from launching. Don't worry. If we can stop it from going off, there's still hope, right? Our missile doesn't have one, but usually these kind of missiles have a safety device. It sounds like that safety device is our only hope. Great. We've dumped the little creature off. Wow, those weights were heavy enough to turn the whole torpedo over. My guess is this is not anything realistic. Now for that safety device. Right. There, we clamped the safety device on. We did it. That should keep this torpedo from exploding. But there's just one problem. Problem? What's that? How do we get back? The torpedo is still going to impact. We can't do anything about that. Ew. What was that noise? It looks like the torpedo still hit the submarine. But it looks like the submarine is still okay. This changes everybody's fate, including Little Rats. missile. We did it. What's the matter? You still look unhappy. We stopped the torpedo from blowing up. But we still opened up a gaping hole in the submarine. But we still opened up a gaping hole in the submarine. And you're right. I guess. I guess that's just what missiles do. They're unstoppable. Huh. Am I hearing things? Anyway. I guess we better get back to the present as quickly as we can. Right? I'm worried about Pamela. We managed to stop death for now, but it hasn't disappeared altogether. It's now slowly but surely filling the room. Oh! Water is seeping in through the hole where the torpedo hit. I've got to get them out of here. I'd better go meet up with Lynn. The lights went out, but this machine apparently still works. Unfortunately, I guess it won't run for very long. But maybe I can use his movements to help me create a path. night now, Seekins. Lynn. Camilla, you're awake. How do you feel? I'm so sour. I'm sorry I pointed that gun at you. Don't worry about that. That wasn't you. Miss Camilla. Oh, Missile, you're here. Oh, poor Miss Camilla. Miss Lynn, what should we do? We have to get out of here before any more water comes in. Sissel should be along any second. I knew Sissy would come when. I knew Sissy would come. And Missy is here too. I'm so happy everybody's going out to be with me now. I'm so happy everybody's going to be with me now. Camilla. Miss Camilla. I'll get you out of here. If it's the last thing I do. Please no. Not a sixth time. Oh, I think I am going to cry. Or whimper, as the case may be. I'd better send a signal to them that I'm here. Before it's too late. I'll look at that flashlight. It's Sissel. He's here. A baby. Off you go. glad you're here, Sissel. Sorry for the wait. It looks like this room is gonna fill up with water fast. We better get out that door as quick as we can. We won't be getting out that door, I'm afraid. The water pressure is too great already. I can't open it. What? What does water pressure mean? Think of it as the force of the water holding the door closed. Yeah, in the news. About that sub that got crushed going down to the Titanic. There was a lot of the science of how a submarine works. Of which, like every 100 meters or so you go down, the water pressure is like 10 times. So a submarine sitting on the continental shelf is at like 400 meters. So a submarine sitting on the continental shelf is at like 400 meters. So the water pressure is already crushing. Though I think the game is using it wrong here. You shouldn't be able to open the door because of the air pressure. Because if it was the water pressure, one side of the door would be covered in water. One of the reasons why people drown in cars that drive into lakes. Is because they can't open the door to the car while it sinks. This is because the water pressure is greater than the air pressure inside the car. So you can't open the door because the water is pushing the door closed. Where is in the game here? The water is only like maybe 30 centimeters. Or about a foot. And the door is likely at least 6 tall. And a real sub would have a mechanical locking mechanism to prevent water pressure from making the door buckle. But it still is only going to open one way. So if she can't open it from water pressure, then it's because the other side has filled up with water. And the door opens inwards towards it. The water level keeps getting higher and higher in here. So the only way out of here is up her. Exactly. Okay, got it. Let's look for a path that goes up. Okay, got it. Let's look for a path that goes up. Look, a ladder. Hey, look at that ladder. I wonder if we can get it down somehow. Good idea. Let's try it. Oh, and by the way, yes, I can't swim. Neither can Killa. Don't you have any good news for me? No. Let me think about it. In the meantime, could you hurry, please? You did it, Sissel. Thanks. What was that? It looks like water seeping in isn't the only thing we have to worry about. Huh. Sissel, the flashlight doesn't work anymore. Hey, don't get mad at me. Maybe the contacts are bad or something. Hey, I know. You can fix it with your powers. I'm a ghost, not a battery. Okay, now that's just taking things too far. Oh, hey, great. Did you used to be an electrician in your past life or something? That's a cruel question considering the circumstances. Now we have to know. Now, all we have to do. Is get to that door and we're safe. We're going down. Hey, what happened now? It looks like the submarine decided to rear up on its hind legs. I can't believe we're still okay after that fall. Either we're really lucky or we're dead and we just haven't realized it yet. Come on now, as if the latter could be true. What now? The water sure is rising fast. Come on. You'll just have to go up to the top. Let's see how I can help with my ghost tricks. Well, well. I think I see a familiar flame over there. Sissel, there you are. How's it going? How is it going? I'd say it was going pretty badly. You understand how dangerous this situation is, don't you? Of course, after all. Just ask anybody who knows me how much I hate taking a bath. Maybe he's been in danger of drowning before himself. Okay, ready to create a path for these ladies. Of course. Where's Camilla's core? That was easier said than done when I'm holding Camilla. I know. We're gonna try to create a path for you somehow. The water just keeps on rising, please hurry. Oh, and by the way, did I ever tell you? You can't swim. Neither can Camilla. Oops. Already said that, didn't I? Okay, well, good luck. These pistons sticking out right in front of me, it's almost like they're taunting me. Maybe it's a challenge. It might be just that. I think I can climb them. If I wasn't holding Camilla, I could probably do it easily. Sissel, why? You're not telling Miss Lynn to leave poor Miss Camilla behind, are you? Sid! Sing. A sip. Could you just be quiet for a minute, Miss Isle? Those pistons sure do look like they could be used to our advantage. There, how about that? Wow, this is great. You made a staircase for me. You better hurry. I don't think the water is gonna wait for you. Now the steam is getting away. It's too hot to get through. What? And there's not way to go around either. Think you can do something. Of course we can. We have to. comes that water again. Ugh, I wish I could drink it all up for you. No, Missile. That too salty. I think the more relevant point is that he's dead, so he can't drink it. Whatever. Just do something about this theme. Well, if we wait for the water to rise, it'll just be bubbles. Leave it to me, Miss Lynn. Shiver. Thanks, Missile. Look at this. If I swap the pipes. It changes how the steam comes out, huh? Oh, I get it, because the cracks in each pipe are different, right? So each pipe sprays out the steam in a different way, eh? I bet that will come in handy. Oh no, the water is getting really close now. can see all that well with all this steam here. Guess we'll switch the pipes around so you can get across. That's right. Don't give up, Miss Lynn. My back is really starting to hurt. You couldn't get a little warm mist. I guess I underestimated the event progression. Hey, that was no warm mist. It was boiling hot steam. Anyway, it looks like you're the key player for this one, Miss L. But I don't think my powers alone are going to be enough. there. How does that look? It looks great. All that horrible steam is cleared out of the way. Okay, it's not far now. Try to move forward. Look up there! If I can just make it to that door. We can escape. Now, how in the world am I going to get up there? Don't yell at me. If you want to yell, you can yell at me. Missa. How can I yell at you when you're so sweet about it? Oh, I think you just did. Let's look for something to pull Miss Lynn up with. Yes, something to whisk Miss Lynn up and glide her ever so gently to the top left. Hey, are you being sarcastic? Alright, now this is what I'm talking about. Okay, rise away. Sorry, I can't do it. Open it. Hurry. Is that any way to ask for something? It's no use. I can't budge it. It must be stuck. Oh no. No. This way. Get. What just happened? I can't believe my eyes. Yeah, that was kind of a Deus Ex Machina. Lane and the little lady suddenly vanished, leaving only darkness and seawater. The submarine continues to sink down into the deep, deep sea. But I still want to try and make my way up as far as possible. I still want to head up to find a single ray of light. Light to illuminate the truth at the bottom of this deep darkness. Be right back.